Hello, everyone. This is Jeremy, and you are watching RetroFat. Today, we are reviewing the 46th episode overall, 22nd episode of the third season, Smoke 'em If You Got 'em. This episode was written by Rich Reinhardt and Dan Gunselman and was directed by David Kendall, and it first aired on April 27th, 1990. After today, we only have one brand new episode, which was the series finale, which was never meant to be the series finale, but there's no point in grieving, so let's just move on. After this next episode, we'll go around the bin. I have a few more episodes to give the full treatment to now that I have the non-syndicated versions. And then after that, we'll see what the future holds. I have some ideas. I talked about them last week, but let's enjoy our time together and watch this episode.
Elizabeth, I'm going downstairs to correct some papers. Can't the stinking garbage wait?
Sure, honey, let it wait. Let it rot in the kitchen till it grows legs.
All right, all right. 8 lousy kids. I think one of them would be smart enough to take out the garbage. Why do they always have to leave their things around? I need to snuff out a cigarette. A cigarette?
997, 998, 999, 1,000. And one to go on. Whoa, Wendy! Woo, with the way you look tonight, this new guy doesn't stand a chance. I know. I figured after being grounded for 2 weeks, my first night out should start with a bang. Does this color lipstick make me look cheap?
Like penny candy.
Perfect.
Penny? Isn't that the shade you were wearing when Dad grounded you?
No, that was Midnight Possibilities. This is Dawn at his place.
Hi, guys. I brought your shoes, polished to perfection.
Great.
I worked on them for an hour.
You missed a spot.
Sorry? Wait, you're making Sherry polish your shoes now?
I'm not making her, permitting her.
I hope you're okay now. I'm running out of spit.
Well, they'll do. It's dark outside.
I'm ready for my pay now.
All right. Tip number 27. Always outline your lips in a darker color.
You are teaching little Sherry to paint her face? Little Sherry? I've been wearing a training bra longer than Connie. Wait, you and I used to be friends, buddies. We used to make fun of Wendy together. What happened? I grew up.
Wendy, Cindy, Connie Marie, get your guilty butts down here.
Oh, Wendy, what'd you do now? Nothing. Sherry, just to be on the safe side, don't let Mom and Dad know I'm teaching you anything. Somehow they got it into their heads that I'm a bad influence.
Move it, move it, move it.
Leo, what's wrong?
What's wrong? I'll tell you what's wrong. Elizabeth, one of our children did something too terrible to mention.
Hey, Dad, you're gonna have to make this fast. I got a date in 5 minutes.
Wanna bet?
Dad, don't kid me like that. I've been grounded for 2 weeks. I gotta have some time with a guy. I just gotta.
I repeat, no one, but no one will leave this house until I get a full confession.
Honey, what is this about?
Oh, the guilty party knows.
Don't look at me like that.
There will be no dating, no television watching, no praying, no reading, and no whatever it is that you do.
Thinking, Dad. I'm always thinking.
Yeah, well, don't let me catch you doing it in the next hour or so. Mother and I will be in the kitchen waiting for a confession. Any questions?
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to stop doing?
Developing.
This has come up in the comments a few times in the past few weeks, and it's about the fact that the two girls who seem to get the most mean jokes directed at them are Connie and Cindy. With Cindy, they're about her weight or her being overdeveloped, which is the fat jokes about Cindy are have always struck me as absurd because she is clearly not fat. And with Connie, it's about her either being like flat chested or ugly, which is really just kind of mean because Joanne Willette is not, and she's an attractive woman. So, but still, that's the Connie character. I guess that's what you kind of have to expect. I like that we see Sherry starting to emulate Wendy. She's coming into her own. Heidi Ziegler was always good at delivering, a good, jab of a one-liner. And I really am even wondering, were they planning to set Sherry up to be another Wendy for if the show had progressed? Because if the show had gotten to last 6-7 seasons, like a lot of the other TGIF shows, Sherry would have been a teenager, and it would have been really interesting to have yet another Wendy character for Graham and Elizabeth to deal with. But alas, that did not happen.
There's a race and I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball, take it minute by minute, I just might make the Hall of Fame. What can I say? I'm doing it the best I can. Leaning on nobody but me. Oh, seeing it from where I stand. Nothing comes easy. Oh, I'm always bringing home second places at the end of every one of my daisies. A house with all of the bases that keeps me doing it the best I can. Yeah, I'm doing it the best I can. I'll keep on doing it the best I can.
Graham, for God's sakes, what happened? What did they do?
I found something, Elizabeth. Something one of our kids did not want me to find.
Birth control pills. I knew it. I knew this day was coming. I have failed as a mother, as a human being, and as a Catholic.
No!
No?
No.
Girly magazines under JR's bed. Oh, I knew this day was coming. I have failed as a human being, as a mother, and as a Catholic.
No.
No?
No.
Muscle builder magazines under Marie's bed. I knew this day was
Snap out of it, Elizabeth. It really isn't that serious.
Well, then why were you yelling in there?
I was just practicing.
What is it?
Oh, here. Just a cigarette.
Just a cigarette? And you don't think this is serious?
I need a beer.
I can't believe it, Graham. Smoking. And after everything we've taught them about not putting anything unhealthy into their bodies.
God knows I've tried to set a good example.
Okay, so who do you think could have done this?
Give you a hint. Blonde, blue eyes. The kid we're most likely to throw out of the house first.
So you think it's Wendy?
I'm sure of it.
Well, then why put everyone else through this? Why don't we just go out there and confront her?
Well, where's the fun in that? Besides, this way we may get a couple of the others confessing to God knows what. In fact, with a little bit of patience, we can even get the babies to crack.
Well, I'm just not so sure it is Wendy.
Who else would do this?
Well, Marie does have a lighter.
Yeah, but that's just for lighting candles and conducting weird religious rites.
Well, how about Cindy?
Yeah, lighting a cigarette requires hand-eye coordination. Wait a minute, what's this?
La Petite Mort. A French cigarette?
Oh, great. Oh. American cigarettes aren't good enough for them? They have to go get imported French cancer? Ooh la la. Wait a minute. Imported French? Which one of our beloved kids likes that stinking bohemian crapola?
Connie?
Bingo.
Oh, but I'd suspect JR over Connie.
Why?
He's male.
Well, for what it's worth, the one that really gets on my nerves is Sherry.
Well, it's worth nothing.
Well, maybe not to you, but I'm just glad it's out in the open.
So first of all, Marie absolutely is going to have muscle mags under her bed. There's no way Marie wouldn't. Same with JR and the girly mags. I feel like we've even had a joke about that in the past. I find it really interesting that La Petite Mort was the name of the cigarette. I do not speak French, and I apologize for that butchered pronunciation. I'm not going to tell you what La Petite Mort stands for in French. If you don't know, Google it, and you can enjoy finding that out for yourself. It's not a horrible word. It's just one that I'm not going to say on this TGIF-friendly reaction channel. So anyway, that's a very just the 10 of us appropriate joke that was snuck in there that until this very viewing at the age of 43, I'm picking up on.
Cindy, if you don't get her to confess, you won't be able to go on your date either.
Wendy, why don't you just admit that those Muscle Builder magazines are yours? They are not, they're Marie's.
This has nothing to do with my health magazines.
Maybe they found them.
No, I have them rigged to burst into flames if they're ever discovered.
Wait a minute. Has it occurred to any of you that Mom and Dad are making this whole mystery crime thing up?
Why would they do that?
To divide us, to have us at each other's throats, because their one fear is that some night we could band together and kill them.
That's sick.
Oh, sure, act like you never thought of it. Oh my God, my date's here. What are you gonna do? Watch. Hi, let's go.
Not so fast, young lady.
Oh, Dad, meet Rory Calhoun.
Charm.
Dad, I wasn't going to sneak out. As a matter of fact, I was explaining to your other children that they should confess and confess now.
Oh, save it.
All right, does anybody have anything to confess?
No.
A little while ago, your father was downstairs at his desk,
Elizabeth, don't tell them. Please don't tell them.
and he found this.
A baggie.
It's a cigarette. I am very, very upset.
Wendy, how could you do this to Mother?
Me? I never smoke. Show me one guy who wants to stick his tongue in the mouth of a girl who smokes. Let me rephrase that.
Don't bother.
Now, unless one of you is ready to confess and confess right this minute, we will be questioning each and every one of you. Well?
I have nothing to say except that I have never kissed a boy in the manner that I have just described.
While you handle this smoking thing, I'll rattle Wendy's cage.
Graham?
Come in.
You can question me first.
That won't be necessary, honey.
Hey, I don't want any special treatment just because I'm your favorite child.
Sherry, why don't you go upstairs and check on the babies, okay?
What do I have to go up there for? They're sleeping and they smell funny.
Because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of yelling going on down here.
Mom, have you considered for one
Sherry? Now. So, who should we start with?
I don't care. The thrill is gone.
I love Cindy's delivery of that line. When she whipped it out, she's like, it's a baggie. That was very, it was just so funny. And Cindy is one of the few characters who can pull that off without it feeling forced.
Did I wake you? Tough. Way. Sure, here's a deck of cards. You shuffle. It's always Sherry. Check the babies. It's never Sherry. You look stunning in your training bra. I do look curvaceous. Oh, Melissa, you're really starting to tick me off.
Marie, we don't give a damn that you watched Hard Bodies too.
It was very suggestive. It haunts me still.
Marie, we're here to talk about smoking.
I've thought about smoking. I've thought about drinking. I've thought about going to a nudist colony.
Hi, how's it going? doing?
Honey, I thought I asked you to go watch the babies.
Don't mind me. I'm just here to get some Band-Aids. The straps of my training bra are cutting into my shoulders.
In the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. By the way, when you catch the smoker, I think you should really nail her stinking hide to the wall.
Yeah. Get lost.
Just trying to be helpful.
Mm-hmm. Now, where were we?
Okay, I confess. I like professional basketball for all the wrong reasons.
For Marie, she is just an ordinary teenage girl with ordinary interest, and she cannot help but she is such a freak, and she can't help it. And she breaks down so easily. I think every time we've seen one of these interrogation scenes, Marie is one of the first to crack, but she's never the one who's guilty of whatever it is that's happening.
I don't give him a clue. This will take the whole stinking night. Feeling the need for a cigarette?
No.
Well, you're chewing on a pencil. What other nasty habits do you have?
Well, when she laughs too hard, she makes a stinky. Oh, you think I'm so guilty, huh? Well, think about this. Would I be dumb enough to smoke in the basement, or would I do it out behind the barn where no one can see me?
Oh, so we agree that you smoke. It's just a question of where.
No, behind the barn is where I say goodnight to my extra special dates.
Boy, does she.
If you are so interested in my love life, why don't you just bring a camera?
I have.
Wait a minute here. How do we know the dork here isn't the smoker? What do we really know about this kid other than we hate him?
He takes sharp pictures.
What are we doing? We're at each other's throats. Let's help each other here for our own good. I will pay $5 to whoever wants to confess so that I can leave for my date with Rory. Connie?
Oh, yeah, that should help us. We've been worried sick about your day.
JR, what about you? $5 could come in mighty handy at the video arcade.
That would kill me.
Oh, yeah, sure. Think of yourself. Cindy, what about you?
Well, I don't really like the video arcade, but I'll go.
Video arcade? Tell Dad you were smoking.
I wasn't. Lighting a cigarette requires hand-eye coordination.
Why couldn't my sisters be smart? Like the women in my girly magazines. Especially Tanya. Whoa. Now I've got the little munchkin. Let's squeeze her and see what comes out.
That's it. I can't listen to any more of this.
Marie confessed?
Yeah, to everything except what we're interested in.
And you did not cause the San Francisco earthquake.
But I didn't stop it either. Well, as long as you got a confession of some kind, I
Wrong! Constance, you're next!
Dad, I've never seen Mom look so mad before.
You're lucky. Honey, sit down.
Look.
Okay, I was waiting for a place to stop, and there's not going to be one, and I know I'm going to have comments after this scene. So I want to talk about a few things I did notice. Did you notice that when Cindy said hand-to-eye coordination, she got hand to eye mixed up? And this scene also showed us something that I always appreciate seeing whenever I'm watching a sitcom, and that we literally saw the fourth wall. As JR was spinning, we got to see what is ordinarily open to us as the viewer. And I don't know how they do that in shows. I don't work in show business, obviously. I can only assume there's like a temporary wall they can bring in for those shots that are edited in. But, you know, it was kind of fun to see. We got to see the TV and the wall behind the chair and the corner where the piano is or the organ is. Oh no, just something that that I like getting to see.
Before this goes any further, I think you should know something. You're violating my rights.
Your what?
My rights. I'll just say it. This interrogation constitutes a blatant violation of my civil liberties, and as Oliver Wendell Holmes so ably put it, the only thing I want to hear from you, Missy, is did you or did you not smoke that cigarette? No. Thanks. Get out.
Elizabeth, you've never been so forceful. It's exciting.
I love Angry Elizabeth. We see Angry Graham a lot, but whenever we see Angry Elizabeth, she can somehow manage to top him in a way that only a character like Elizabeth could. And again, this to me goes back to the heart of what made this show what it was. She was not a meek partner to Graham. She was a character in her own right, and Deb Harmon played it so well. They worked together so well as a duo here and in the entire series.
Alex!
Ready to roll, though?
Wait a minute. I said no dating. Who's that?
No one.
Huh?
No, we don't want to buy any of your magazines. Call me later. Call me later.
Your date is over. Go back under your rock.
Daddy, I did not smoke.
Fine, but no one's leaving here until we find out who did.
Oh, come on, Dad. Give her a break. No, this is all your fault, Wendy. What? You're turning on me, too? You're as guilty as sin, Blondie. All right, Cindy. Oh, shut up, Connie. You too, rat boy.
My name's not Rat.
You see what dissension you've sown with your sinful smoking? Oh, get a life. Daddy!
What do you want from me? What are you yelling at me for? You know you kids have a stinking mother, too. Speak of the devil.
Cynthia, it's your turn for questioning.
I don't know anything.
Surprise, surprise.
Is your dad, Mom, running things now?
No, absolutely not.
Graham?
Yes, dear.
What, you got a nervous tick? Well,
What's it worth to you for me to keep quiet?
permanently $1 million.
No. What's it worth for me to keep quiet about you know what?
JR, is this your feeble way of saying you want to blackmail me?
No. Blackmail's such an ugly word.
So you're an ugly kid. How much do you know?
Everything. If I wanted to, I could destroy you.
Then do it.
That's not how blackmail works. Does it?
Oh, thanks, honey. Thank you very much. That'll be all.
I can do it. I know I can.
No, really, that's okay.
Oh.
What happened? They picked my brains.
36 seconds. They must have taken time out for a sandwich.
Okay, who's next?
Wendy! Hey, I am sick and tired of being accused of something I haven't done. I'm innocent. And if you don't believe me, you can go through my purse, invade my privacy.
Good, that's the first constructive idea I've heard all day.
Better yet, I'll do it for you. Cigarettes. Wendy. How did that get in there?
I knew we should have checked that butt for cheap lipstick.
Butt? Whose butt?
The cigarette butt.
No, I don't smoke.
Just give it up, Wendy.
Mom, I've been framed, honest.
Oh, yeah? And I suppose this birth control device isn't yours either?
Honey, that's a keychain.
Somebody else planted those cigarettes in my purse.
Wendy, this really is the limit. We catch you red-handed and still you go on accusing others. Go to your room.
But Mom,
Now, Missy.
What's going on?
They got Wendy.
But they couldn't have.
They found the cigarettes in her purse.
They couldn't be.
That only means she smoked a couple.
Everyone, I have an announcement to make.
What is it, honey?
There's been a terrible mistake. I smoked a cigarette in the basement.
What?
It was me, not Wendy. Although I understand why he might get us confused.
See? This is why she irritates me so much.
It's true! Ask JR! The weasel found the cigarettes in my book bag and wanted to blackmail me.
Hey, I didn't find cigarettes anywhere, and I didn't put them into Wendy's purse just as you came into the room.
Okay, JR, let's talk in the kitchen.
But it's not him, it's me! Why do you refuse to see me as a dangerous teenager capable of anything?
Good. She left.
Come on.
What's the use? What's the stinking use?
Sherry, may we come in?
There's nobody here but us babies.
Oh, Elizabeth, just open the door. We're a lot bigger than she is.
Sherry, please, honey, we want to talk to you.
Would it do any good if I said no?
What do you think the answer to that is?
Then come in, make yourselves at home.
So, this is your room, huh?
Honey, what's wrong?
Yeah, why are you covering for Wendy?
I'm not! I told you I smoked the cigarette!
Yeah, right.
I did! What will it take for you people to believe me?
Honey.
Very much.
What?
Very much!
Dear God, Harvey said Sherry smoked.
Wow. Little Harvey's first words, and we were around to hear them.
Harvey's been talking for weeks. It's what he said.
Oh.
Finally!
Sherry, why would you smoke a cigarette? You know how dangerous that can be.
Especially for a little kid.
What do I have to do to show everybody I'm not a little kid anymore?
Well, smoking a cigarette's not the way to do it.
Well, nobody would sell me booze.
Sherry?
Don't you see? I wanted to get in big trouble. Just like Wendy gets in big trouble.
Like Wendy? Out of all the stinking kids in this house, you have to pick Wendy as a role model? Why?
She's like me. She loves to walk on the wild side.
Now, honey, Wendy is a lot older than you.
Mom, I'm practically a woman. Yet Dad hasn't yelled at me once for not wearing a training bra.
Oh, great. Now she's bringing her underwear into this. She is like Wendy.
Yeah, and we didn't notice. All right. You can stop your mind games. I figured it all out. This isn't about smoking at all. You and Mom planted those cigarettes in my purse just to get me to confess to the other thing. Well, I'm ready.
Indeed.
Quiet. All right. Here it is. I violated my grounding last week by sneaking out with a sailor. You know, this is all your fault.
Hey, we're stuck together for the next 30 days. The least we could do is be buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, it could be fun.
You sound like you're happy about it.
Happy? Being forced to spend time with you is the worst punishment Mom and Dad could give me.
I know why they're making us scrub floors. They know this is going to ruin my nails.
Mine too. Maybe sometime you can show me how you keep that high gloss.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, it's easy. All you got to do is keep...
Hey, you two! Quit talking and get back to work.
Yes, sir! Slave driver. Tell you what. I'll tell you how to maintain those nails.
Great.
Keep scrubbing.
When does the lesson start?
Oh, it already has.
I guess I didn't really feel like I had as much to say about this one, even though this was a really funny episode. I would have enjoyed getting to see the Wendy admiration, the Wendy as a role model for Sherry if the show could have continued beyond one more episode. There was... Did you catch that Wendy broke curfew, not for a guy her own age, but with a sailor? Wendy, I think, would be at most late 17 at this point. But again, Wendy was a wild child. In the TGIF reunion, the Two Guys Into Fridays, Just the 10 of Us reunion podcast that they did in summer of 20, I think, the twins who played Harvey were there, and they didn't know which one said the line, but I do know that they said that one or the other got the speaking part, so to speak, just because they were the baby that would actually say it. So I'm wondering how much longer it would have been before, if ever, if Harvey and Melissa were very abruptly aged up. Sitcoms did that a lot. They still do it. Even Modern Family did it. Like Lily jumped a year in age from like 2 to 4, because older kids are funnier than toddlers. And I'm just wondering if the show had made it to season 5, would Harvey have suddenly been like a 5-year-old who would have gotten cute kid lines and so forth? I don't know that would have happened because this show was so clearly focused on Graham Lubbock and the 4 older girls, but who knows what could have been. We have 1 episode left, and then we'll start at the beginning again. So stick with us. Next week, we watch, sadly, the series finale. It'll be a good episode, though. Make sure you watch. See you next week.